Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Pillai Center Astrovid's Powertime practice here on Saturday, January 9th, 2021. My name is Sucharita. For those of you who don't know me, wishing you all a very warm welcome and a happy new year. We have started off the new year with the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai and a fabulous master here on the earth plane who is always here for us to explore different ways that we can bust our karma that is no longer serving us and then get into a higher state of receptivity so the opportunities that we have only dreamed about, or maybe we haven't even dreamt about it, we can't even think about it because the karma is so strong, it won't even allow us to think thoughts that might be more joyous and prosperous and healthy and well. And that's what we want to start the new year off with, is the ability to create a new reality. So at Powertime Practice, we are here to support everyone, to make sure that they know what's going on, the latest and greatest events, the teachings, have the opportunities to connect with Dr. Pillai online, especially during COVID time when we don't have an opportunity to perhaps go to India or go to another live event. And we can't even connect with people live as well. So being part of this global community, it's always a fun-filled opportunity for you to participate in the practices here where we're going to connect with these Powertime archetypes or divine beings who are part of the collective unconscious, and we've got to bring them to our consciousness. So we want to take a look at what's happening in the week ahead. So the week ahead, we mentioned last week, I believe it was, that it was Hanuman's birthday coming up, and it is. So Hanuman is the archetypal being who does the impossible. So if you feel like nothing is possible, I have tried everything, then go take a look at that recording, and perhaps you might be able to participate in the last call to enjoy those services. Or if you want to connect through a mantra or a practice, a puja, or elementalization, well, we did all of that last week. So please check that out here at Pillai Center Practice. And I believe it was the 2nd of January. So starting the new year is a great omen for doing the impossible. Get rid of 2020's uncertainty, confusion. We all know that COVID is happening and it's going to continue on, and perhaps it might get worse. They're saying we're going to be going into lockdown again here in Toronto, Canada. And people are just like, okay, well, this is the new normal, I guess. So whatever we're doing here at Pillai Center Practice, and with any of Dr. Pillai's teachings, his live events, there's a few of them this weekend. So make sure that you check out Pillai Center, and we'll also post the links to the chat here. Radha is here, our fabulous support person here at Powertime Practice, as well as Bhairavi and Yajna and other Pillai Center teachers. We're here to be of service, and we need to support everyone. We don't have to suffer. We don't have to go through pain and agony. And what is happening with us, what is going to happen in 2021 is going to be up to you. So we can stop saying who, what, where, when, why, and we will guide you into these the realms of these beings who are going to support us energetically, and also perhaps create those miracle moments in our lives where, like, whoa, only divine intervention could make that happen. So you may have heard that Karuppasamy is coming up. There's a special remedy service that is happening at Dr. Pillai's temple in his birthplace in Rameshwaram. Rameshwaram is this place where it is the power spot of the whole world where you can dump karma. So we can't jump on a plane and go there. Even if we are in India, it's not so easy to access these temples and get these rituals and remedies done that are going to be empowering us versus, oh, geez, I hope it all works out when I participate. So it will work out. And many of us have been to Dr. Pillai's birthplace temple that he has revived, and he has brought alive this Karuppasamy. So who is Karuppasamy besides this big word? Wow. So Karuppasamy is the 10th avatar of Lord Vishnu. He's also associated with Lord Shiva as well. And he is a performer archetype. So he performs and he helps you to understand how to get out of your problems. So he will help you to obtain solutions to your problems. So he's a compassionate being who he immediately helps people. So when you call on him, as we'll do as part of this particular Powertime practice, we're going to actually call on him. We're going to use his name. We're going to use his mantra. We're going to use his secret sounds that will unlock that energy inside of us that says, you know what? No more suffering, no more pain, no more feeling like you can't find a way out of your problems. So injustice is what he is going after. So anything where you feel like, wow, it's just not fair that I have to suffer or struggle in relationships. It's not fair that I have to have health issues from the time I'm born till now, and it continues on. Or it's not fair that my neighbors are causing problems for me, or lawsuits are coming out of nowhere, or I'm in a lawsuit and I just can't find a way out. And it's costing money, time, energy, resources. It's pain and suffering. It's stress on yourself, stress on the family, stress on the finances. So he loves that. He's got a sword and he just cuts it. And he just says, no way, no more suffering. Maybe that was karmically what you wanted to come here and do, but then enough is enough when you call on him. So this is going to be happening. This service is going to be happening January 20th, 2020 Pacific time at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And then that's converted to January 21st, 2020 at, that should be the 21st, 2021. Hey, we've got some typos there. So hopefully we'll get that sorted out. Maybe Bhairavi, if you're here, can you pop a note onto the office chat and then ask them to make sure that they shift those dates. So this is a really important opportunity to come in and enjoy what Dr. Pillai calls as Karuppasamy with the tremendous amount of power. He's here to help people. He understands human problems. He's a righteous God. He is intolerant towards injustice, towards disease. He insists on results and delivers. And many people, including myself, have gone to Karuppasamy when I just can't find a way out. I've done all the prayers. I've even prayed to Karuppasamy. Actually, there is a free teaching, a free initiation. It's, I believe it's 45 or 48 days, or maybe it's even 90 days, where Dr. Pillai initiated people, anyone, into Karuppasamy, and he tells you how to do it. So he takes you through, it's a YouTube on Pillai Center, and maybe Rod, if you're here, you can pop that link on there. And you can do this as one of your spiritual practices to start to connect with Karuppasamy. So I started out like that. Dr. Pillai said, okay, just do this for 45 days. You chant his mantra at a specific time, which is 8:20 in the evening. Although some Vedic specialists have said it can go up to 10 p.m. So even if you can't write at 8:20 p.m., wherever you are in the world, that's your timing for Karuppasamy. He's a night god. So he wants to come into the nighttime, and he wants to slice and dice all those ignorant dark forces that are causing evil eye, black magic, people who are jealous of you, people who are trying to trip you up, people who are not on your side. And it can even be family members. OMG, really? And yeah, it can be. And it may not be overtly. And that's why he comes in the nighttime, where he can see what we cannot see in the dark, because that's usually when those energies are coming at us. We can't really see them. We're not really alert. We're half sleepy, or we may be asleep. So between 8:20 and 10 p.m. are really powerful times where you can connect with Karuppasamy energy. Although Dr. Pillai says 8:20 to 8:40 is the power time. So you can check out that video. Great. Radha has posted it here on the chat. So please click on that, save it. It's a Karuppasamy webcast from 4 years ago. And it's a YouTube, and it's a free teaching. So do it, and it will tell you, Dr. Pillai will go through the whole process, initiating you into the power sound for Karuppasamy, and then also what to do, when to do, how to do it. So we are going to honor Karuppasamy in our own special way here, of course, with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. We're going to do a quick version of it. Although if you want to go deeper into honoring or propitiating, connecting with Karuppasamy, then please check out that YouTube. Free. It's free. So also Hanuman's, Lord Hanuman's birthday, January 11th, which is in a couple of days. So you have a couple of days. Go read about it or watch the video presentation in last week's Powertime practice, and it might entice you to go and get the blessings of Lord Hanuman. Because when we open up the door to these divine beings, then at their time, at their power time, they will empower us so easily, so readily. So even if you've been praying to Hanuman or you've been praying to Karuppasamy and you just can't seem to have a breakthrough, it's not time yet. And once it is, boom, you are like a divine Wi-Fi connection. You have a really clear communication with these divine beings. So Radha has also posted Karuppasamy as a performer god. The fire ceremony will be held January 20th, 2021 in Dr. Pillai's family temple in Rameshwaram. And that's the southern tip of India. And it's where Rama, Lord Rama, he went and prayed to Lord Shiva to get rid of his sin of killing a great Shiva devotee who happens to be a demon. So Ravana was this big, huge demon, and he was causing havoc. And no one could kill him. So Rama, he didn't even know he was an avatar or an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And he was like us. He just said, okay, I'm just going to do my best. I'm a warrior and I'm going to fight to the finish. And he went through his trials and tribulations, through his training with all the gurus, Vashishta, and so on. And Lord Hanuman was so enamored by Lord Rama's bravery and courage and strength that he became a devotee of Rama, and Rama became a devotee of Lord Hanuman, and they had this beautiful chemistry. So we want to find out, hey, who's our God? Who's our fave? Who's our BFF in the realm of the divine? And if it's natural for you, then things will happen very easily. So Dr. Pillai introduces all these divine beings because when you need them the most, you know who to call on. Just like in the world, if you have a financial problem, you go to your bank or financial advisor and you get that sorted out, or someone who can help you with your finances. If you need to go to emergency at the hospital, you don't go to the dentist, you go to the emergency at the hospital for your broken leg that's gashed over, blood's gushing out, and you've been in a car accident. You don't go to the lawyer's office. You don't go to the dental office. You don't go to, your friend's place and get it patched up. You go where you need to go. So these divine beings are like that. They will say, hey, this is the time where you can get the blessings of helping you to remove injustices, Karuppasamy. And this is Dr. Pillai's birth temple. It's his family temple. So he revived it because it's in his lineage. It's a direct connection to this being who wants to help to change us. He wants to bring in this life-altering, compassionate energy of the god Karuppasamy. He's the god of justice. And this is when he descends into the earth plane during the 6th anniversary ceremonies of Karuppasamy shrine at Dr. Pillai's family temple in Rameshwaram. And we've been there, and it is like walking into this vortex of energy. And it's not a huge temple at all, but it's very empowered. So the priest who is doing the priests that are doing the services there, that are keeping the activation of this Karuppasamy It is pretty darn amazing. So you go in and you feel already you're shedding all this negative, congested energy. You don't even know that you're surrounded by. It's like a dark cloud following you. So no need to be depressed anymore. Karuppasamy he has a tremendous amount of power, and he resides over this current time period called the Kali Yuga. And it means he is active and ready to help. So if he's here, how do we get in touch with him? So he has zero tolerance towards evil, especially powerful to negate evil eyes. And people were like, what's evil eye? That's kind of a wives' tale. It really is. If someone cuts you a dirty look, you know it, you feel it. You're just like, ugh. Or you're in your meditation, or maybe you're driving your car, or maybe you're having a wonderful time, and all of a sudden you're thinking about someone, and why am I thinking about that person? And then you go to a situation where perhaps you had a falling out, or you just know that they're jealous of you, or they're trying to trip you up, or you're in a big argument, a big mess with them, maybe a big divorce case, lawsuit. Those are the types of situations where he just comes in and he just says, okay, enough. And he has this sword where he just cuts you out of it, cuts that karmic tie to it. And then he turns it in your favor. Even people have said, including myself, whoa, there was no way that I was going to win. And I did. So, and it's not only winning court cases, it's helping you to have more harmonious relationships. So stopping the bickering and fighting, stopping that anger and carrying all those horrid memories that keep being dumped into the space of the now. And you're just like, oh, when are we going to be over this? So he removes curses, black magic. And again, what the heck is black magic? People actually do stuff. People use sacred texts and they turn it around to go against someone. So that's what black magic is. It's not doing good for the person. So even evil plotting. So people might be, plotting or scheming, and they're tricky. They're smiling at you, and then they're stabbing you in the back, or thinking of ways to take you out. Maybe competitors or rivals in business, or even in your life. So, they may be seeing that you are progressing in life, or maybe they just really want what you want, but they don't even know what that is. And you don't either. You're just a happy camper. So you feel like every time you take a few steps forward, you're smacked down, or again, like diseases or debts. So even though you try to save and you have a good income where you can save, but the money is slipping through the fingers. So you just go to Karuppasamy and say, I don't even know what to do. So he will help you to find a way out. Not only you find a way out, because you wouldn't even have that kind of idea of how to approach that situation, or you've tried everything and it's just like, whoa, how is he going to do it? And he just does it in a very mystical and very highly charged, empowering way, such that if there is injustice, then justice will be done. So he helps you to resolve problems, seek relief from hardships, and then establish justice. So Dr. Pillai goes on to say he's considered the divine combination. Now, he's the divine combination of a few archetypes. One is Kalabhairava. So he's the god of time. And we celebrated Kalabhairava a little bit ago when it was his birthday. So you can check out that Powertime practice recording as well if you want to find out about Kalabhairava. We all need Kalabhairava's blessings. He's the god of time. He wants you to take away or remove slow time inside of yourself. So all this is happening inside. We won't understand how to progress in life because this stuff that's deep, deep seated in us is we can't see it. We don't even know what it is, but we know because we look in our life and go, I want to be here. Why can't I move towards that goal and succeed in it? Every time I go towards it, I get tripped up. So Kalabhairava gives you that miracle consciousness. So this Karuppasamy has that Kalabhairava consciousness. He will do miracles for you. He will do it very quickly, and he will help you with your time management skills. So you will be in the right place at the right time, thinking and saying and doing the right thing. The right people will be there. Everything will be super smooth and joyous and graceful and easy. And you'll just be like, whoa, this is awesome. So Narasimha is a lion. Simha means lion. Nara means this face. So he's this lion-headed or lion-faced being. He's also an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And he will come and he will destroy those negative forces, especially the ego that says, oh no, I don't deserve it, or I'm just going to be, I'm never going to have XYZ. So even though we want what we want, we'll say, but I don't think it's ever going to happen. Or why doesn't it happen? So he will just crush that. He will kill that idea. So Narasimha, Virabhadra will help you. He's this form of Shiva, who is angry. He wants to destroy any negative forces coming from anyone who is trying to take your power away from you, or you perceive it that way. So even if it's inside of you, so he is this form of Shiva where he just destroys that kind of energy that is depleting you. So if you feel like, hey, you're so energetic partway through the day, crash. And it's not circadian rhythm. It's not a biological or physiological experience. It is like, whoa, I feel like I have no energy. So out of nowhere, this energy will come and try to take you out. So you can't feel energized for all that whole period of time, day after day. So Virabhadra, he is a bad dude for those bad dudes. And then the Rudra. Rudra is a form of Shiva as well. You'll see him as this, the dancing Shiva, the Nataraj, where there's a ring of fire all around him, a big circle of fire, and he's doing the dance of creation, sustenance, and then to destroy the dark forces. So Rudra is this part of Shiva that also destroys the force to crush your creation or that ability to sustain those manifestations. So Kalabhairava, Narasimha, Virabhadra, Rudra, pretty heavy duty dudes. So that energy is inside, all those energies are inside this Karuppasamy. And this Karuppasamy or Karuppaswamy is also, you can pronounce it that way. So he is this guardian archetype to Ayappa, who was born out of the spiritual union of Shiva and Vishnu. So these two are male energies, Shiva and Vishnu, but they came together spiritually, and out of that spiritual union is Ayappa. So Ayappa is someone who you pray to if you have Saturn afflictions. So not only Lord Hanuman will help you, Ayappa will also help to remove Saturn afflictions. So you can still today, you can see this small shrine to this protector Karuppasamy near the 18th step of the Ayappa temple in Sabrimala in Kerala. So this Kerala Sabrimala is a really powerful place for people. They go on pilgrimages, men go on these pilgrimages to go, and they do these, severe austerities, rolling there and, not eating, and it takes such a long time. And so it's a sacrifice, as Dr. Pillai shares, and all the masters do. There has to be a sacrifice to get the Lord's blessings. So Ayappa devotees really get into it, and they really manifest fabulous realities. So these archetypes are not just some ritual or remedy or mythology, or it's part of the Hindu pantheon of the ritual can participate. And the beauty of being with Dr. Pillai as a student or devotee, or you're just coming and checking it out, the door goes both ways. You can come and go, as Dr. Pillai says. And when you come in, it's probably the divine asking you to, hey, find out about these dark types, because who else is teaching about it? And not only who else is teaching about it, even if you are from the Indian tradition and you've been practicing it, maybe you don't even know these secrets that Dr. Pillai is sharing. And then that helps you to unlock that energy inside of you. So Karuppasamy, the performer archetype who knows the human problems and is out there to help those who seek his divine help, Dr. Pillai says you can easily connect with his powerful and compassionate energy just by calling on him with faith. And what is faith? It's not about belief. It's utter positivity. So if you see this guy with a sword and he's like reeling it in your meditation, or you're thinking about him, or all of a sudden you see a white horse, like I've got a white horse on the altar there. I've got the image of Karuppasamy. Here's a small statue that was energized in one or maybe many of the rituals in honor of him at Astrological Remedy Center in Chennai. And then it was sent to me. This is a heavy duty, even though he's small, he's very mighty. He reminds you to call on him because can't do it on your own, can't find a way out. And then when we honor him, we do the elementalization, then he really responds. Here's a picture of him as well. And that was given to me as part of a remedy as well when I was in India. So it's many, many years old, and it's super powerful. It has super energy. So you can see him on his white horse, and he's got a sword. And it's interesting in the Christian Bible that, you know, the next divine being will be on the white horse, as they say in Revelations. But so perhaps it will be. But for now, we can have access to him through the blessings of Dr. Pillai. So we're going to find out how to do that, and we're going to experience it when we get into the meditation and the elementalization or the puja offering. So again, if you have a problem and you can't solve it, he's the one who sets everything right. So there's a fire lab that will be going on at Dr. Pillai's family temple, and a food feeding. Now, Karuppasamy loves it when you feed people. Now, how can we go out and feed hundreds of people who really, really need it? You could probably feed lots of people before COVID. It would be not so difficult to do, but it's not so easy now with COVID. So that's why Dr. Pillai has arranged for these food feedings. He knows the villages who need to be fed, and especially during COVID. So when the supplies aren't getting to those remote places and people are really struggling, really suffering. So it's all set up for you. You don't have to think of anything. You don't have to do anything. You just sponsor it and it gets done. And what happens is your name gets called out, your birth star, all the prayers, you know when it's being done. And then you connect at the level of your soul. So the soul knows no boundaries. It doesn't know barriers. And you can be scratching your head and saying, well, I don't know. You can be skeptical all you want. But at the soul level, this is what you're here to do, is find out how I can connect with these divine beings, not through my limited thinking mind, but through my soul's consciousness. So Dr. Pillai has done this for this is the 6th anniversary, so very powerful number as well. 6 is an energy that helps you to be of service, and then call on these divine beings to come and do service to humanity, to come and turn things around. So he's not just going to come for you or come for the bunch of people who sponsor. Dr. Pillai is doing these yajnas, these big, huge offerings, and creating these vortices, these temples where the energy is activated and it's radiating out into the space, and it's cleaning up the consciousness around the world. So whether we have belief or faith in it, that's secondary. You do the thing, and then when things start to shift for you, and also perhaps for the world, it's a way to contribute, to do something beyond your prayers and requests for whatever you want to manifest and whatever problems you want to get out of. Maybe you'll be like, okay, I want to do something that's more purposeful, and I can't go anywhere during COVID lockdown. So what can I do? I don't know where that is. So participating in these highly charged spiritual yajnas, these rituals make you rich. They enrich you, and the divine comes in and then can put the money in the bank, as Dr. Pillai has said. And it's happened to me where I've said, okay, I need to clear this credit card debt because I had so many things one year that it was just climbing and climbing. I had to go to a wedding and then another thing I had to do. And those were very expensive. And then bills and so on, and expenses that came out of nowhere. And I just thought, oh, I'm swimming in it. And it's no fun. And I can't stand it. And so Karuppasamy, I went to have a Karuppasamy reading, which you might also check out on Astrobed. They have readings there where there's a channel, a Karuppasamy channel, and you go and you're on Skype, and then you see him, and this channel is like bringing in this energy, and it's very intense. And then he will do things for you for a certain period of time, the rituals, and help you to come out of that sticky situation and give you the blessings. So you have a face-to-face, you have a one-on-one FaceTime with Karuppasamy. You might want to check that out too. But here, when you are participating and activating this power spot in the karma busting place of the whole world, Rameshwaram, then you are really blessed. You can't believe how blessed you are to be able to participate at the level of the soul. Okay, you got some things going on, but you're also blessed to be a part of this huge service. And perhaps in previous lifetimes, you you understood the importance of praying to Karuppasamy, especially during this unjust time where the whole world is struggling. I think there's something like 140 some odd wars going on. Who even thinks about that? So it's almost like every country has some war going on. That's just not right. It's not a wonderful world, like the song goes. What a wonderful world we live in. It can be, and we want to see it, but really our actions aren't in alignment with that. So Karuppasamy needs to come in and destroy that consciousness where it's super destructive. So it's just not right anymore. So according to this, the rituals, the special ceremonies at this temple consecration anniversary day have miraculous powers. So people always say, I want miracles. I don't know how to create that miracle consciousness inside of me. I don't know how to build it. What do I do? What's the mantra? What's the practice? What's the ritual? So if you want miracles, hello, Karuppasamy. So this particular temple, again, has the ability to bring even a dead person to life. And that has happened in, historically speaking, where Lord Rama's brother, Lakshmana, he was dying, and then the miracles came and brought him to life. So this power spot of Rameshwaram is so potent. And the surrounding areas, so Sri Lanka is also on the other side of the tip, the ocean. So it's right down at the southern tip of India, and it is a vortex. So it needs to be activated. That energy has been going on and on and on, but at this power spot where Dr. Pillai has consecrated this temple, it has a purity to it, because Dr. Pillai is a divine enlightened master, where he says, okay, we need to activate this. I need to be having a close look at it. I don't want too many people to know about it, to keep the purity. So again, you're very blessed if you are drawn to participate in that. So there's, you'll have an opportunity to do individual fire labs. So again, the fire lab is what brings the money to you, or brings the purity of your situation. So in harmonious relationships, or you want to get rid of bickering and fighting, inheritance issues. Oh my goodness, including myself. There have been problems with inheritance. So if a family member dies and then they want to split it up with the descendants who are left, then the people will scheme and they will kick you out of the inheritance. And so somehow you get robbed of your fair share. Karuppasamy doesn't like that. So he will come in and he will just make it to be fair, or you will get more. So who's ever causing the problems, that is not right. And then, so you can have a way out of that. Even if you think, oh, they'll never change their minds. It has happened to many of us. So, this fire lab being performed on your behalf invokes this performer archetype. So meaning he will do it so quickly. You don't have to wait so long. So he'll stop the delays, he'll speed up the process for you, and you receive immediate answers to your prayers or the results that you want to see. And you'll just be like, whoa, how did that happen? So there's the fire lab that's happening for immediate relief of your hardships. And then there is a hydration ceremony, meaning that is going to offer different types of liquids, different items that they're going to offer. And there have special superpowers to invoke that energy and bring in Karuppasamy. There's a special puja or elementalization. We're going to do our own miniature version or modified version of it here. Food feeding. So food feeding is so important to Karuppasamy because even Dr. Pillai says that the Karuppasamy loves to feed people. So scriptures also suggest feeding the poor and the needy is the easiest way to access God's grace and the greatest charity of all charities. So feeding the needy can attract positive energy and invoke favorable blessings of Karuppasamy. So he knows, he's like Santa Claus. He knows when you've been naughty or nice. He knows when you've done the right thing. So he will make sure that you benefit accordingly. So there's different ways in which you can participate. So you check it out. Even reading about it is empowering you. Knowledge is power. So divine knowledge is divine power. So it's not to have power over anyone. It means that you are empowered to be aligned with this archetypal energy who can do incredible things, as we mentioned. He's got a lot of chutzpah in him, a lot of juju. So, or mojo, if you will. So it's that energy that just show, I feel so courageous. I feel so brave. I feel like I have the will to keep going. And you might even come out of really tricky situations and people go, there was no way that you could have won that case, or no way that you could have gotten the inheritance, or no way that you could have come through a divorce in ways that are beneficial for everyone, because a divorce is always very tricky, very emotional as well, and traumatic, especially if there's kids involved. So that with Karuppasamy blessings, people come out of these harmful situations that most people would be really struggling for a long, long, long time. And it's a stress, so much stress on the body, the mind, the soul, the bank account, and the relationships. So he just says, no, that's just not what needs to happen. So that he's the guy, and he will help you to find ways to come out of diseases. All of a sudden, people will start to feel better because they will have that. He will take away that evil eye, that black magic, that energy that is making you feel so sleepy or making you to feel so, you don't have the energy to do anything. And you have all these opportunities and you can't go and grab them. They're just out of reach. So he is a really powerful being. And perhaps when we do these, this ritual today or tonight, it's evening here in Toronto, Canada. And so we will be honoring Lord Karuppasamy. And through the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai, you may even feel a tremendous amount of energy. And you feel like, whoa, I feel more optimistic, or I think I can get a way out. And then if you do participate in the paid services, you're sponsoring the food feeding especially, that is so, so key. Because you can't feed, again, it's really difficult to feed hundreds or thousands of people, which he loves when you do that. So who can do all that? Well, it's being arranged, and then he will be very happy if you sponsor it. So let's do it now, where I'm going to step aside from the camera, and then you are going to be moving the computer closer to this altar behind me on the bookshelf. And then I'll take you through the process. We also have a power time that's coming up, which is tomorrow, I believe. And it is 2 Tirnila time, which means Pradosham. Pradosham is a window of opportunity, a window of time to get rid of a bunch of karma. So honoring Karuppasamy on the 12th moon into the 13th moon, he's straddling Vishnu's energy and also Lord Shiva's energy. So it's like a perfect time to honor him. And then coming up to the new moon, he's also very powerful on the new moon. So the new moon is going to be on the 15th moon. So now it's the 12th going into the 13th, and then 14th, 15th. So these few days, you might feel like, whoa, there's a tremendous amount of energy coming in. And either you're going to be knocked out from it because it's a lot of energy coming in, or you can be aligning with it and feel empowered by it. So even if you do feel knocked out, it might be that he's doing like a psychic surgery for you to remove a lot of difficult karma. So this Shiva energy around Pradosham, pra comes from the word protection, and dosha means affliction, or dosham means affliction. So protect you from any afflictions, from any problems that you're carrying from previous lifetimes or lineage. New moon energy is also ruled by Karuppasamy, Lord Hanuman. Lord Hanuman's birthday is coming up as well. So this week, you're going to feel like, whoa, we got the big guns coming for us, divine guns. And they are going to root out any negativity inside of you so that you do feel positive. You do feel like utter faith and positivity is all one, and you're happy for no reason, and you're happy and empowered, and you come out of your harms and hurdles. So that's what it is to be here with Dr. Pillai and find out, okay, what's the forecast for the week ahead or the couple of weeks ahead? Who are these Powertime beings? How do I align with them? And then what does it feel like? So we're just about to find out. So thanks everyone for joining. You certainly don't have to do any of this. You can participate like the kings and the queens did in the old days. They would sponsor these types of rituals to go on, and the priest would do it, or the Vedic specialist would do it, and then they would just enjoy. So you can enjoy like that. So closing your eye, or you can keep your eyes open. I'm just going to be moving the camera closer, and I'll be dimming the lights, so we'll get into an ambience, a connection that's maybe more conducive to meditation, getting into that stream of consciousness where the divine is just ready to give us all these blessings. So we'll get into a state of receptivity beforehand. So we kind of come out of our day or evening, whatever we've been doing. We can settle in, and perhaps we might experience some sort of sign that we're communing with the divine before we get into the ritual. So you can be keeping your eyes open, or you can close them and connect internally, because that's where it begins. Your connection with these divine beings begins within. So closing your eyes, putting your attention internally. Feel the base of your spine, so the bottom of your spine, the tailbone area, being empowered with your awareness, your focus, your attention. A reddish-orangish light pours down your leg or legs into your feet, even into the ground. So this reddish-orangish light is the light of Lord Ganesha, who will remove the obstacles for your meditation and empowerment to be a success. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Nirvignam Kuru Kuru. Now focus your attention on a ray of light or a tube of light that pierces all the chakras, starting at the base of your spine, going up. These psycho-spiritual centers are getting activated with this piercing of light energy, like a lightning rod. It goes up through the skull and into the space. It's seeking out these divine beings who we're going to invoke with Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. Focus your attention at the base of the spine. Will activate the chakras of consciousness, waking, dreaming, sleeping states of consciousness. Base of the spine. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest. Move up to the throat, clear the throat. Move up to the middle of the brain, third eye. Float back down to the base of the spine. Will activate the 5 elements that make up your subtle body, your physical body, all your bodies, all the different aspects of your multi-dimensional self, as well as everything else in the universe. Connect with the earth element in the legs and in the lower chakra. Na, 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 na. Move up to the navel, the belly. Fill the abdomen with water. Ma, 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 ma. Move up to the heart center, middle of the chest, also down the arms and hands and fingers. Set them on fire. She.
I'm here.
Move up to the throat, the mouth, the nostrils. Connect with the air element or subtle air, prana. Va, 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 va. Move up to the two eyes. Keep the eyeballs steady, still. Focus on the right and left brain. Connect with the ether, akash or space. Ya, 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 ya. Now, imagine Dr. Pillai appearing before you in a form you're familiar with, or a light. Embrace the light. Empower all the cells, the pores of your skin. Feel it penetrating your skin, going through the pores. You're absorbing the energy, the light of Dr. Pillai from head to toe, all around you, inside. You're being empowered with the light, the darshan, or spiritual transmission. Ask to be helped to commune with these divine beings through his grace and blessings. Two beams of light enter your eyes. Two beams of light enter your ears, piercing your eardrums. Two beams of light shoot up the nostrils. A beam of light enters your mouth, piercing the tongue, tip of the tongue, middle of the tongue, and back of the tongue. Feel the light clearing the karma in the back of the throat, the back of the mouth. And move up into the middle of the brain. Imagine a light piercing the forehead, activating the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, the third eye apparatus in the middle of the brain. And finally, a beam of light pierces the top of your skull from above, lights up the brain, the neurons fire, and your whole body lights up. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Now, visualize Kalki Karuppasamy riding his horse, raising his sword of justice. His face is angry at anything that is causing injustice or unrighteousness in your life. He is scaring that energy away just by his look. imagine his energy, his intelligence starting to come alive inside of your body, your mind, your soul. You begin to merge with this image of Karuppasamy wielding the sword on his white horse. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. He loves to hear you singing the sounds of his name in a way that you are expressing love towards him because you're so afraid of how this problem in your life is taking it over. So you just call on him as if you're singing a lullaby. And it soothes his heart. It makes his heart to sing, to come and to be of service and perform the act of destroying the negativity. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Kum, Kum is the sound, the seed sound. So you're planting that Karuppasamy seed inside of you, inside of all the cells of your being. So every time you say Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha, he is saying, I'm gonna grow this consciousness from head to toe, inside, outside, all around you like an armor. So feel it as we're chanting along. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. 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 Focus on your third eye, your forehead, and then inside, pull the energy inside the middle of your brain and see him there. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. 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 Feel the energy clearing out the negative, congested, stubborn, stuck karma that is causing the problems, and you can't find a way out. He's there, cutting it with his sword. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. 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 Feel the energy in your heart. Your chest is pounding as he enters your blood and helps you to feel courageous and brave and strong, empowered to accept his blessings, to find a way out for you of your harms and hurdles. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Now slowly, slowly open your eyes, but keep them, your eyelids resting gently, and then you're gazing towards the altar, maybe connecting with the flames and the D-lamps or the image of any of the beings here, supporting you, drawing your attention, blessing you with the spiritual transmission. And we'll begin the elementalization, where we'll offer 5 items that represent the 5 elements. Inside of you, outside of you, everywhere, in everyone, in all universes. So we'll begin with offering the element of earth, food. So we've got some yummy trail mix and some Ferrero Rocher chocolates. 'Tis the season. So you offer with love, and it's always offered with your right hand. This is my right hand. Om Gam Ganapatay Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Now we'll offer the water, which is the next element. Om Gam Ganapati Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. The next element is the fire, so we'll offer the ghee lamp. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. The next element is the element of air. So we'll offer the incense, which also clears the space and gets rid of your ego that edges God out. So it helps you connect with the divine beings. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy Namaha. Now, the final element is the space or the ether, the akash. And the flowers carry that ability to connect your prayers, your mantras, all your offerings to the divine very quickly. It's like a divine text message. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Dram Dattatreya Shiva Baba Namaha. Om Kam Kalki Karuppasamy 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 Namaha. Now close your eyes and visualize this being, Karuppasamy, who is cutting away the negativity, your tie or your bonds to this negative situation in your life, the problem. Imagine him just cutting and cutting and cutting the energy. Om Kalki Karuppasamy Vidmahe Dasavataraaya Dhimahi Tanno Adi Shivayasya Hari Hari Prachodayat. Om Kalki Karuppasamy Vidmahe Dasavataraaya Dhimahi Tanno Adi Shivayasya Adi Adi Prachodayat. Om Kalki Karuppasamy Vidmahe Dasavataraaya Dhimahi Tanno Adi Shivayasya Adi Adi Prachodayat. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul. Peace to the environment, peace to the world. And end the meditation, the elementalization offering, your prayers, knowing that they have gone to this being in the space, in your inner space, in the outer space, cleaning up the karma in your life that is no longer serving you. Through the grace and blessings of Dr. Pillai, you can make a prayer of gratitude and also thank everyone here for coming together, collectively creating a vortex, space of or place to dump the karma very readily and easily and help you to focus on what it is that you want to manifest in place of the release. Pray for those who need it the most, especially those who are struggling with, they don't even have food or clothing or shelter. Karuppasamy wants you, is begging all of us to help people who really need it the most. It's part of our spiritual evolution. We must do that. So he'll remind you, keep feeding people. And he'll find a way where you can do big food feedings and then get his blessings. And slowly, slowly, come back to yourselves. The light is going to go on. I'm back. So thanks so much for joining, those of you who need to go. I hope this has been something that you didn't just come and get some knowledge, as in some information about this divine archetype, that you actually felt the connection through Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. That's how it happens. So that you're in the right place at the right time and you're doing the right thing. And this was it. So this is a modified version of what we call an elementalization or puja offering. And it is something that you can readily and easily experience some sort of spiritual transmission. So I'm just going to take a look at the chat now. Angela's saying, beautiful, thanks so much. Catherine is saying, amazing. And thanks so much. Malaratlani Latani is saying here, thank you, Sutrita. I feel Karuppasamy energy all over. Time here in California is 8:20. Oh, perfect. Perfect timing. That's great. Sita is saying, wonderful. May you be blessed with all the divine blessings you mentioned earlier so you can continue this great work to mankind. I felt the connection to Dr. Pillai. Thanks a lot. See you tomorrow. This is what it is. We're here to share our journey with everyone here that we've been on with Dr. Pillai for many, many years. And it's not fun if we don't have anybody to play with. So thanks so much for coming and enjoying the empowerments. Of course, it is all with the grace and the blessings of Dr. Pillai. He's your guru, and we're here to facilitate that or host these events so that you can connect. And maybe perhaps if you watch the recording, or maybe you will join one of the programs that are offered through Pillai Center Academy. Right now we have Walk with God going on, and oh my goodness, if you want to know how to experience walking hand in hand with the divine, this is a program that started January 1st, and it is going on for the whole month of January. And Dr. Pillai was hesitant to do it, and the divine said, you must do this for everyone. So he's really empowered by the divine to give us that experience. And it doesn't matter what culture, what tradition. You can walk with Jesus, you can walk with Mary, you can walk with the Holy Spirit, you can walk with Allah, you can walk with Shiva, Parvati, you can walk with the nature. So you will experience it. It is a tremendous blessing. So he's initiating everyone. Even if you missed the initiation live, it's so powerful. So the course is in Pillai Center Academy. There are a number of us Pillai Center teachers who are also starting to host weekly calls starting last weekend. Lalita Varahi is hosting the one tomorrow. And then Swami Nivali, who is hosting the one the following Sunday, and I'll be wrapping it up with Padmaji Ujwala. We're going to co-host together for the final call. So it's live. The program is live, but it's also an evergreen. So you'll have it forever. You'll have access to it forever. And it's such a decent price point. Dr. Pillai is giving out so many free teachings. And then if you're drawn to, or you're compelled to, and you can afford it, or money comes out of nowhere, like people say always, I wasn't going to do it, and then the money came out of nowhere. So I took it as a sign and I signed up. So that course is unbelievable. Many people have been talking about it in other courses that we've been that are going on, live courses, mystery school. There's a couple of mystery school courses. There are courses that people are taking live as well, and they're chatting away and saying, you must get into this Walk with God course. So check that out. And if it works for your budget, please consider jumping in. It is very well worth it. And people have already experienced miracles, money miracles, relationship miracles, healing. They feel the healing energy in their body, and they're coming out of these harms and hurdles that they found themselves unable to connect with the divine. So it doesn't matter what your tradition, what your culture is, what you've been raised in, whether you're interested even in knowing about the Indian tradition on some level. Perhaps you're in some other lifetime, you were drawn to these, or you were raised in it, and then you're just remembering to finish it off in this lifetime. So come and enjoy. It's a great program. And then there are free programs. So tomorrow, I believe that Radha has posted here. There's good. She's posted it again. Dr. Pillai's Walk with God course. The link is there to check it out. And please, please, please know that Dr. Pillai knows who is going to be in that course and who isn't going to be. And maybe down the road, you will come across the money, and then you can still get into the course. It's evergreen. And it will feel like forever eternal. So it will feel alive coming inside of you, because it's awakening the consciousness in you. So it will turn you on. It will initiate you into walking with God and give you all the tools and the support. And all the recordings are going to be there, so you won't miss out. So check it out. Read about it. If you can't even participate, you don't think you're going to do it down the road, read about it. Again, that is going to fill up your brain with really positive energy and intelligence, and perhaps give you that experience. So Walking with God is there, the link. And then there is tomorrow, there's a couple of free webinars with Dr. Pillai. He's helping us to connect with the Holy Spirit. And I'm not sure if Radha has posted that link above on the chat, so scroll up, or maybe Radha can repost it. So how to connect with the Holy Spirit. Again, you don't have to belong to the tradition, or even have any idea. I come from a Catholic, raised Catholic Christian background, and I never knew to this extent the deep understanding of communion. So it's free to join. You have to register for it, because Dr. Pillai wants anyone who is committed to the course to come in. And so many people from different traditions have said, oh my God, I wish I was raised in this. And I'm saying, oh my God, I was raised in it. And I'm not, I hadn't gotten to that level of understanding how to turn how to experience that transformation of the wine or the red juice into the blood of Christ, and have that be my blood. Whoa, it's immediate. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to meditate on it. It happens instantaneously. And that's the grace and the blessings of Dr. Pillai. He brings Jesus consciousness, Christ consciousness, where it's through your blood, and it's purifying it. And it's getting into the DNA, because the blood carries the DNA. So all that poverty consciousness gets washed away, all that scarcity consciousness, or I'm not good enough, or I'm not even spiritual enough, or I don't qualify. That just goes out the window. You do it and it gets done. And then breaking the cracker or the piece of bread and dipping it into the wine and having the sounds that Dr. Pillai gave us, it unlocks the secret of that whole communion. And then he's guiding us. So tomorrow he's going to be guiding us again. And he's going to be following that webinar. There will be a seminar or another webinar on the Siddha herbs, so the Siddha medicine that he is, the divine, the Siddhas, the lineage that he hails from, the tradition of the Siddhas, these enlightened masters who came, who come to the earth plane, and they come lifetime after lifetime. They have light bodies, so they get into scientists' minds, and they get into the medical people who are taking care or creating medicines to help heal people. And it's not just allopathy, it can be naturopathy, Ayurvedic, any kind of Chinese medicine. So any kind of medicine from the ancient traditions, like the medicine people in South America or anywhere around the world. So those technologies are coming back. So it's coming through this lineage. And Dr. Pillai hails from the Tamil Siddha tradition, and the Siddha medicine or the Siddha herbs are what Dr. Pillai is bringing to the earth, bringing to humanity to help us all to evolve. And many of us have been taking these herbs for many, many years, and they are life-giving. They give you so much vitality, and they give so much intelligence, and help your brain, and help your heart, and help your chakras, and help you to be vibrating or vibrant with the spiritual energy. So it's not like you have these spiritual highs and then you go low, 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 and it's like a roller coaster, just like life, right? Ups and downs. So what I find in many people who are taking the herbs, they're able to experience a connection with the divine, even if they're in, some faced with some challenges, or they're in a funky state, that emotionally, or memories are coming up, or something traumatic happens. The Siddha herbs are that which will help to sustain the body, give you the energy, and give your mind the focus to focus on the divine and keep calling the divine in, and then go through those challenging times with grace and ease. So it supports the body, supports the emotions, supports your spiritual path. It gives you intelligence. So check that out. Both free. I'll see you there on the chat. And I think Swami Nivali is doing the YouTube. So you can either access it through the viewing page on Pillai Center, which Radha Pro has posted. And then also, so check out the links so you know what time to come. So the one, the Siddha Bioscience is at 2 p.m. Eastern time, Sunday. And then the one for the Holy Spirit Communion with Dr. Pillai is 2 hours prior to that. So at 12 p.m. noon Eastern time. So check out those links. They're both posted on the chat here. And then you can bookmark them and check them out after if you want to still hang out here, or you can go ahead and jump off and check it out. And then sign up, because that's the way you need to access the link to join the Holy Spirit. That is definitely something that you want to do. It's on a Sunday as well. So, whoa. You will be in a whole new state of being. So, and it's interesting because Dr. Pillai is giving us the teachings of communing with Christ consciousness, but then people are saying, oh my God, Ganesha showed up, or Allah showed up, or the Buddha showed up, or a divine master showed up. So it's like it unlocks your communion with all these divine beings. And communion means a communication. So you're communing, you're communicating, you're having a conversation on a spiritual level. And it's no kidding. And no one can negate it. It's amazing how instantaneously you will be empowered, you'll be filled with the Holy Spirit. And regardless of your tradition, regardless of your belief, if you're skeptical, try it out, because your skepticism will get tossed. The Holy Spirit will just take over. So please feel free to join that. It is free. And then come and do the practices. It's a daily practice that you can do so super easy. You don't have to drink wine. You can have like I have a tablespoon of it. It's not much. And then Dr. Pillai says you can also, if you're averse to the wine, then you can take the cranberry juice, something red, or red grape juice. So the no hard and fast rules with Dr. Pillai. He just wants you to do it and commune with it, get the secret sounds or the mantras that unlock it, the prayer, that state of prayer. You're immediately connected. Even I'm typing the chat notes and I'm like, whoa, my fingers better, I better stay focused on my fingers because he's doing the empowerment and I'm typing and I'm in that state immediately connected to the Holy Spirit. And it's very empowering. So Nicole is saying, thank you so much. Beautiful energy guidance is appreciated. Oh, that's great. So I'm scrolling up. Mavis is saying, many thanks to all. I have been tinkering for the past few weeks. And just now on my right leg, energy is flowing. Fabulous. See, we don't even know where those congested energies are inside of us. So we don't even know why we're blocked. So physically something is stuck and then it has an emotional charge to it because once it's released, you go, oh man, that feels awesome. So obviously the emotional body is connected to the physical body. And then you have this spiritual charge or this connection to the karma that keeps us to feel like there's no way out. So all these rituals, all these events, all these teachings that Dr. Pillai is giving out to everyone, walks of all life, and anyone from any walk of life can participate and use your own self as your own experimental. We use our own spiritual, our physical, our emotional, our voice, our thoughts. We get right into it. We're multi-dimensional beings. We have the different multi aspects of ourselves. So we use ourselves as our own experiment. No one else can say, oh yes, it happened to you. No, you don't know what happened to me. I don't even know what happened to me. So we mind our own fabulous business and we stay busy feeling, knowing the divine is getting in, it's building inside of us. We're building these blocks of consciousness to create a solid foundation in this 3D experience here on the earth plane, as opposed to what we feel like we have been handed out or dished out in life. So Dr. Pillai is here to change everyone's destiny, but you got to do the thing. So he says, I'm going to give you so many different ways to participate, so you'll always be busy. Or you can pick and choose whatever resonates with you and then make that part of your everyday practice, just as we would brush our teeth every day if we want healthy teeth and gums and also a healthy body as well. Froz is saying, hi, Sucharita, requesting you to kindly let us know which portion of the house would be most suitable direction-wise to have a picture statue of Karuppasamy. Traditionally for us, you're in India, so people in India, you put them outside. Put them outside at your doorstep or, nearby, maybe in a garden. He's the guardian. And so you can do that, have a little shrine, maybe encase it in something like I have with this light. And then you can put the light in there and the wind won't blow it. So you do that at night, and even if it goes out, that's fine. But he will protect your space. If you're not in India or somewhere where you can have that little shrine outside, then you can have it on its separate table. He can be facing the east, the northeast. Those are the primary directions that Dr. Pillai says for all the gods. So you may hear from different Vedic specialists or priests, they might say to put it in a different direction. But Dr. Pillai has shared that put it towards the east, it's facing towards the east or facing towards the northeast. It's a power energy spot for gaining Lord Vishnu's energy, Lord Shiva's energy, and that's where he is connected to those energies. So hope that's a good question. Thanks so much, Froz. Nice to see you here. Johnny Johnson is saying, Kalki Karuppasamy, eyes are very healing, inviting, and conquering. Awesome. Beautiful. People are saying amazing. Thank you so much. Awesome. I feel Karuppasamy's energy all over. Great. Sita, thank you. Johnny is saying, Srinaga to the performer god and protector Kalki. Gum, it's gum, K-U-M, Kalki Karuppasamy. Uh, Johnny is saying a lot of things here. You can read that. Johnny's really into it. Anna's saying, since the last 10 years, I've been helping homeless animals, rescuing and feeding and praying for help now for them and for myself. And so the Kalki Karuppasamy is really great. He loves to protect the animals too. So he will give you that courage and strength. Anyone who is working with animals, you know that it's so important. They're living beings and they're part of our life here on the earth plane, and we've taken over their territory. With the building of cities and so on, we're encroaching upon their place. So they're foraging for food and shelter. And so it's great that you're interested in helping out the animals. Fabulous. Karuppasamy will help you to do that. I've been trying to find a doctor. Sita's saying that I can hang on to for the next 25 years. Maybe I have to invoke Karuppasamy's presence on the 20th. Yeah, definitely. So if we're stuck and we're trying to find something in our life, some support, he's the great supporter. He's the protector. He is the one who performs that task. That's why they call him, Dr. Pillai calls him the performer God. He will do the thing. He will make that performance happen. He will do it immediately. So we want to get that consciousness inside of us so that we will go towards that thing that will get it done. Self-love is saying still in the vibes from the Muruga sessions. Great. Rituals make you rich. They enrich you. The divine beings come in and help you. Great. Radha has posted that. Pillai Center practice. Sita's saying, how to know if black magic or is the planets? Is it through astrology? Because I find it difficult to believe in black magic. Yeah, so do I. And when Dr. Pillai introduced all these archetypes and all the ways that they can help us, I always just thought, oh my goodness, what did I get into? But over the years, and this is 2.5 decades, it's for real. And so what it is that people will do something like they will, even people who take the Bible, for example, and then they start to pray. And they just do the prayers in the Bible, they read it, and then they start to go and they take that energy, because it's a lot of energy. So you're always use the power for good. So they will take that energy. I'm just saying, for example, not everybody who does this, but some people do for whatever reason. They're strange, or that's their karma. And they will pray for, the God or the saints, or to go and harm that or punish that person. What? So, or people will do like black magic, like voodoo kind of thing. And you can't believe it because you're not even from that culture, that tradition, but somehow they find out how to do it on the dark web, maybe, I don't know. Or they find out if you want anything in life, you will find a way, because you'll be so hell-bent on getting something to harm someone, if that's your karma. So we don't even know how people are, and we can't even believe that people are jealous of us, because that can be also kind of like a spell that you're under. Is their energy, they're envious or they're jealous, and they put that energy out all the time. So that can be like, it comes in the dark. You're in the dark about it, like you're getting stabbed in the back with this energy. So black magic can be, like the traditional guy who's got the things going on and doing that, or gal. So it can be that, or it can just be, like I mentioned, people have really hateful thoughts towards you. Maybe even in politics, if you're not for the one person or for the other, you won't even talk to your neighbors or your family members. So it creates division. It creates a lot of problems. So that's how you can get your head around the black magic, because it's for real. It is a negative force. And how you will know is you could get an astrology consultation. You could get a call with, have a reading, a call on Skype with Karuppasamy reader through Astroved. And I think that service is still going on. And they will tell you, oh yeah, this is going on. And you will be like, oh, I feel it. That's why this is happening in my life. That's why I'm having these problems. That's why I have this chronic illness or bickering and fighting or money problems or whatever it is, it's so long and drawn out and you can't find a way out. He will just cut it. And once he cuts it, that energy, you're released from it. And then you find a way. And that's the miracle, is that all of a sudden, oh, there it is right there. So you have to be cut away from that energy that keeps pulling you. It's just in reach. The way you're going to solve your problem is right in reach, because other people are doing it. Why is it working for them? But your karma is so strong, it won't even let you grab it. So it cuts the energy, so then you just can grab it. So you can get an astrology consultation as well, and they might be able to find out if you have the evil eye or black magic. Also naughty readings, naughty leaf readings. You can check that out on Astroved too. Angela is saying, could someone please shed some light on offering food at Karuppasamy and rules around consumption? So the tradition is you don't eat the food that you offer to Karuppasamy. You can, just give it away. You can, so it's something that you want to, you do the food feeding for others. And if it's difficult for you to feed needy people, like it is and especially in hundreds, big numbers, that's why you might want to check out the services that are offered through Astroved, because they know the villages, the people who need the food, especially now during COVID. And then Karuppasamy will be blessing those. They'll be doing big fires and rituals and all kinds of things. And then they feed the people as well. So read about it on Astroved or Pillai Center. Maybe they still have it there. But the main thing is Dr. Pillai's invoking the Karuppasamy at his family temple in the big karma-busting vortex of the whole world, which is Rameshwaram. That's his birthplace. Dr. Pillai gained all his karma-busting energies, the ability to change people's destiny. So he's absorbed all that energy, and then he keeps empowering it again and again and again with all these different archetypes going in there. And this temple, his family temple, has Karuppasamy there. And I can't even explain what it feels like. And maybe some people can share who have been there over the years as well, is even just walking. It's like you're on this high speed vibration is coming through you, and it's like it's cleaning you up so quickly that you don't even know what's happening, but you're there, you're present to it, and it's just working. And pain that you brought in your body or in your emotional pain, it just gets like a catharsis release, or the pain disappears from your body. You get answers to your problems without even asking, just being in that presence of that space. So it's a cleansing. It's a deep, deep cleansing. And it's great because we can't even go there, even if we were in India, because of COVID. So it's being empowered on our behalf, and it's being done at the level of the soul. I made sure that I signed up for it. I registered for it. I love Karuppasamy because, especially if you feel like you're at a fork in the road, or you keep bumping up against barrier after barrier, and you can't, every way you turn, every which way, or everything you try, it doesn't work. So in my life right now, there are a few areas in the life that they need some tweaking. So I'm just going to go to him because I can't find a way out. There's no way out of these situations. So our karma is always coming at us, and I don't want to deal with it. So I go to the performer God, and he'll cut it away. And you literally feel that energy. So even when I signed up for it, I was just like, oh, I feel the energy already. Thank you for the blessings to be able to do that and have the consciousness to do it. Like who does this stuff? So now that you know that it's available and you can find the means to do it, or Karuppasamy might help you to find the means to do it, then you can try it out. So Froz is saying here, Glory to God. Glory to God. Dr. Pillai 2021 has started walking hand in hand with God. Babaji has blessed us with such a powerful course, Walk with God in 2021, for changing the space. So you will find out how to get into the ether, the Akash. So everyone has heard of Akashic records, or maybe you haven't, but that's where everything that you ever thought and anyone ever thought is stored in the space. And then the beings who are spiritual in nature, they're not physical. So they are in the space, and we need to connect with them to help to erase the karma, the challenges, those thoughts that keep coming to us and saying, okay, now it's your time to suffer through debt or disease or chronic illness or bickering and fighting or problematic relationships, or you can't get a marriage partner, or you're going through the divorce, or whatever is happening, or you have a distance in family members, or your kids aren't talking to you. Go to these divine beings and they will slice and dice that karma up so that you're not being energetically drawn to that situation anymore. So then your destiny changes. So that's what it is.